So now we're at the point we're ready to put new Coval down on top of the countertop from which we removed the old Coval. So we went through this painstaking process. I say that Coval is a long step process, not a short step process, because Coval is thin film. And what happens with thin film is that it'll exemplify any of the imperfections. Like there's urethanes and epoxies that are like 100% solids. So what happens is that they fill the scratches. Coval will not fill any scratches. So you gotta make sure all the scratches are out, or human witness marks, before you put Coval down, because you'll be able to see these scratch marks. The tools that I like to use a paint spreader. It is it's not porous. It doesn't soak anything in. So it pushes Coval around, kind of like a snow plow pushes the snow. If I have to get around something like the faucet, I keep a rag. I dip the rag in the Coval and I go around it. I keep a mohair roller handy just in case. What happens is that in case there's like a splatter mark or imperfection, I might be able to gently roll out the Coval to make it flatter and smoother. I don't plan on using this, but I keep it by just in case. And of course, I keep Coval in a solvent-resistant cup. If you're going to be pouring Coval out, don't use the whole container to pour it out. Pour it into a small receptacle like this. Make sure the receptacle is solvent-resistant. Don't want to use a red Solo cup or a sippy cup where it'll melt on you and you wind up melting it onto the surface and you have a bigger problem. Make sure the cup is solvent-resistant to hold Coval. So now we're ready to put Coval down. Are you ready? Well, this Coval job is done. If you watch the video and you see me working very quickly, it's because you cannot leave a wet edge. Large countertops like this require you to move very quickly once you start putting Coval down. Now, fortunately, because Coval is single part component and not a two-part component, if you do make a mistake, you can stop, wipe the Coval off the spot that's offended you, and then reapply. You don't have to worry about the product setting up on you in the cup. The other thing to remember is that putting the Coval down, with some practice, you'll learn what swirl marks will lay down and which ones won't. And sometimes the swirl marks that will lay down is because of the weather. Coval uses water as a part B, and the more humid the atmosphere is, the quicker it sets up. So on a dry day, the Coval takes longer to set up, and those spots might lay down more. This all comes from experience and experimentation. If you are a Coval user and you want to do Coval high-end jobs in homes on marble and granite and other types of stones, then you might need to practice more before you go into someone's home and use it. But remember, there's nothing that you can mess up that can't be fixed. So if you do practice at home, you practice removing the Coval and then practice putting it on, then when you get to someone's home, nothing's going to scare you. You're ready to go and put Coval on the countertop. So this is a good job. And remember also that no Coval job is ever perfect. A perfect job would be a nice polished marble with nothing on it, but you put Coval on the surface to protect it. It's a protective film. So if somebody wants to take a microscope and look at one little spot, nothing you do about that. But it's a film that goes down, and to make it look totally invisible is virtually impossible. But you want to put it down in such a way that it's pleasing to the eye and take the long view of it. And it's protective. You can spill red wine on it, you can spill coffee on it, you can spill orange juice on it. It protects the marble. And that's the point of Coval. Coval breathes, Coval protects, and Coval can make it look good. So thank you for watching this instructional video. If you have any questions, please contact your local Coval office.